All right, what's up, y'all? I'm back for the follow-up. All right, so let me tell you, let me warn you. Let me tell you what you don't do, all right? And what you keep proving, what people keep proving and how they keep jamming themselves up. All right, I just got out the library. They closed, whatever. Tomorrow they're going to be closed, whatever. So figuring out what I'm going to do. So I'm sitting here, I'm eating or whatever, and a native man walks up. And I knew it was because of the video that I had made yesterday, and I posted it on YouTube and shared it on Twitter, blah, blah, blah. What you don't do is go get a native Indian man to check and see if the person like me, I just did all that yelling to see if I'm a native. All natives know through the video that he's a native. Like, you can look at me and tell I'm a native. You can tell. We know each other. We can tell. You know what I'm saying? We've been here a long time. We know through the mixed breeding. We know through the blood. We know through the vision. We know through all of that. Now, excuse me. The controversy part I'm gonna get to in a minute. So after he had walked by, right, there was a bunch of Japanese girls walking, or a couple Japanese girls feeling emotional. You emotional, of course, because I had said some strong stuff that hurt your feelings, and you need to be hurt. You need to stop, get off your high horse. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need. Get off your high horse. And you need to realize. So they try to play an avenue like, can you come by? You know, that's what it looked like. Ask a native Indian that you know the culture, right? But you're stupid because you don't know how we played it. So it proves that you're here stupid. For me to see him and for him to see me, you told on yourself. And you made it worse for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have did that. But you did it. So women and men, you know, that they teamed up, whatever, a couple of them that probably felt like da-da-da-da-da, who we think he is, da-da-da-da. So they go get somebody. And so you messed up. What you don't know is that original Indians that are native, they are brown. They're dark brown. They're darker than me. They're darker than me, but they have straight hair. So we mixed with the Hebrew people, the Yehudim, and we started getting curly hair. And then we mixed and we trusted each other because we helped each other fight the white man back, you know, through slavery and all kind of stuff. You gotta know the history. You don't know nothing about the triangular slave trade. You don't know anything about the transatlantic slave trade. You're stupid. Why are you here? You don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So don't do stupid stuff like that, like call somebody. What if he said, and this is the part right here, what if he said, nah, he's not a native? What if he decided to play that way? But we don't play like that because our land is taken. So we don't play like y'all playing. We're completely extinguished, or we're exhausted. We're going extinct. So we don't got time to be playing games and be trying to see if this and that, playing Monopoly. This is our land. We ready to take it back and kill y'all. While you trying to see and get proof and evidence. We way past it. 500 plus years. Catch all the way up. You only been here probably like a good 20, 30 years. At the most, any of y'all coming over here now. And you came over here free will. You know what I'm saying? And if any of y'all feel like, well, how the natives get here? I can give you that history too. I can tell you how we got here, what happened, this, that, the third, all the beep, bop, boop, I can tell you. But I'm not gonna tell you because what just happened, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did that. Because that's like me going to Japan, and like I said, we destroyed Japan and then set up our own shop there. And now we got everybody from every country in Japan or whatever. And we changed the name to America. And y'all just straggling around, hiding here and there in the forest somewhere. And you don't got gunpowder fight. You don't got enough power to fight back because you don't have the true creator. You haven't found the power source yet to fight back yet. So through all this process, you letting everybody come here. Then one day somebody get born, a mixed breed or whatever the case, Japanese and whatever the case that y'all did through the history, and he say something. Y'all know yourselves. Like, I can go over there and be like, I can't tell the difference between the Chinese and the Japanese. But y'all can until you get used to being around them. Then you can tell the difference. At first, you can't tell the difference. Oh, he's Chinese. And you be like, no, I'm not Chinese, I'm Japanese. You know what I'm saying? And you get real strong about it. So, yeah, I'm that person, right? That guy who don't know the differences. I'm over here ignorant. I'm stupid. I don't know nothing about you, your culture, your people. What is a samurai? What's a ninja? What it's got to do? Like, I don't care nothing about it. I'm disrespectful. I want to be disrespectful because I don't know anything. But instead of being disrespectful, I went to some clever man and we gather together to get clever, and then let's get somebody that we know the culture, and then come and see if this guy's the guy. So you curse yourself doing that. So I did that, right? Let me get a real Japanese guy to see if and then he come. So this is what he thinking. He's thinking a couple things, but this is what he really thinking. He's thinking this. When I come around here, right? If I see that this man is a native, I can just tell by appearance. We don't need all the extra stuff y'all need. If I can tell that this man is a native, automatically, I'm cursing you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna curse you automatically. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I'm coming around here because people love to claim that they're natives. That's the only reason he came around here, because people love claiming. So he came anyway, because it was a heated situation. But you didn't know how angry he was that if he found out I really am one, how dangerous it would be for you. You know what I'm saying? After going to get him. Because we know the history. We know that we let some learn and we let some not learn. We wasn't stupid. Some of us stick to the culture. Others of us, you go out there into the front lines and don't learn anything but stay in the blood. Others of you go into the military force but don't betray your people. We did that on purpose, but you don't know that we did that. So I'm one of the ones that don't know my culture. My grandmother is she's mixed. She's 50-50. But my great grandmother, when I met my great grandmother, she was like 90 something years old. She's 100% full-blooded native. She got taken by a German man from Germany, and he took her and mixed bread with her, like y'all is. A bunch of Japanese women with white men. Pure-blooded Japanese women with a white man. Same difference. And then he mixed bread you, so now your son is, you mix bread with the enemy. So now you warm with this guy. The same story that we already lived. So my great-grandmother, when I met her, that's what it was. That's the story. She's 100% Cherokee. 100%. Okay? And so all of her children are Cherokee natives. My grandmother, she's 50 because her father, through slavery, took my grandmother and birthed her or whatever. So she's 50-50. She had no choice. You see what I'm saying? You stupid not knowing what's going on here. So then I get born through my father, blah, blah, blah. All right? So that's what's going on. But I was raised through my grandmother. All right? And that's the Guardian story. My actual bloodline biological father is Tupac Shakur. He's from the Shakur. That's native. 100% native. He's from the Shakur. Okay, so he's a native Indian. His hair is not even as curly as mine. So Tupac Shakur, if you saw him with hair, is more soft and straighter and less curly than your average Hebrew man, black man or whatever. So you can tell that he's more native. Like if you see he's dark brown and he got kind of like curly hair, oh, you're a native. We can tell how much percentage you is or whatever the case. And so if you look at Tupac when he was younger, his hair had the Rico Suave. We call it the Rico Suave, which means he's not Latino because Latinos wasn't here, so he's native. Okay, so he's Indian. Because Indians came over here, they were darker than me. And they had straight hair. Dark men with straight hair. You see what I'm saying? So through the mixed breeding, we can tell through the hair and different kinds of things. And then we got used to telling each other. Okay, the main thing that you can tell is this. The crease. The crease is how you mainly can tell. Okay? Because you can, and instantly I see the crease, and I can imagine how you are when you get older. I can see it in your face and in your eyes. And so we can tell each other. But you not being able to tell, you did something dangerous. So you wanting to fight back or thinking you're going to fight back, you end up making it worse for yourself. So that's already 2 wrong steps you made. Before you make a 3rd wrong step, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to warn you. Don't cause a downfall for your own people through some karma. Because you're doing stuff and you're feeling emotional in somebody else's land, and you just proved it to them that you have an ulterior motive being here. Because you felt some kind of way about a man saying that this is his land, and you went and got somebody. And then he's like, yeah, this is native Indian land. And this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. So you respecting that, you went and got somebody to attack me. So if you'd attack me, what happened? You just attacked him. So that's how you taking it now. You just attack him. So now let's say, bringing it back. Now let's say that he did say, no, he's not a native. Or I'm not sure. Let's say he said, I'm not sure, or he's not. Now what can I do? What would you do? You know what I'm saying? You already made the number 1 wrong move by getting some random guy. the number one move you make is go to my parents, go to my family. Both my fathers dead. My guardian and my biological father are dead. Okay, my grandfather's dead. He died by alcohol poisoning. He was from Philly. Okay, so he got children in Philly and in Baltimore, Maryland. They've been killing us. You know what I'm saying? We've been running for our life the whole time. So I don't have a father. I don't have another father, a guardian father. I don't have a grandfather. They died fighting. You know what I'm saying? So who would you go to? My grandmother. On both sides, they'll tell you. My grandmother on my mother's side, oh yeah, we Japanese and all this and all that. Why would I go to Ancestry or some kind of document or something like that? So you going to get some random man is not good enough. You would have to go to my parents, my family, to be able to tell if I'm really this or that. Because if you go to my parents or my grandmother or something like that, or my mother, they'll look at you like, what? That's my son. Of course we are this. We are this. They're going to say we are this. Definitely. So if he said no, what? I have to call them. I would have to call them and tell them they just said that I wasn't Native Indian, this, that, and the third. A bunch of people came up, bop. So now you just made it worse. Now me putting a video out is putting a curse out on you. Why would you do that? Why would you put a curse on yourself like that? By going to get somebody to try to approve to see if I'm Native or not. Because I don't know the culture. I'm not supposed to know the culture, you idiot. You don't know what we doing here. You late. You're very late. Okay? You don't know what we did. Okay? A lot of the Native Indians, we purposely did that. We purposely did that on purpose. So that we can deceive our enemy right in front of our face, smiling in our face, but F you for real. That's why we did that. You know what I'm saying? They'll walk right by you, knowing that this not their land, and still like not even care. So we did certain things on purpose so that we can be right around you too, right in front of your face, and you not really know that we natives or not. So you're gonna, it's stupid. That's how we did it. So I'm from the crew that escaped, and because we escaped, my family line or whatever the case. If you knew the history about slavery and us being in the South and Harriet Tubman and all this and all that, you would have known that we escaped from the South and went to the North. I'm from the North. Anyway, I'm from the North. So me being from the North, automatically if you see a brown man that's a native and he's from the North of America on the East Coast, automatically 100% you know that's the Atlantic side. The Atlantic side is the side that we got dragged into slavery by. We went from Africa, Ghana, Cape Verde, or the coast of Africa over here. The Atlantic, transatlantic slave trade. So we're on the Atlantic. So we went to the South, slavery, you know, and then bam, we escaped through Harriet Tubman and got to the North. And so we dwelt in the North. And we start fighting for rights and Martin Luther King and all this and all that. Okay, and that's just the black people that you hear about. But the mixed breeds were not supposed to tell that they are natives because they might have got killed instantly. So we just hit ourselves. You didn't also know the agreement. Okay, if you go to a grandma native, she'll tell you the story. They could not bear the slavery, so they held back and went into the forest and let the Hebrews who came over here on slave ships do the slavery, and we mixed bread with them. But we were not supposed to tell that we were mixed bread or that we were mixed with native blood. When we escaped, we started being open about it. We start being open about it. Okay? So now you go back to Cherokee County, Georgia, which is named after the Cherokee Native Indians. So in Georgia, you see a lot of brown people, or brown-faced people. They are Native Indians, mixed breeds. They still down in the South, stuck. Or they just kind of got along. They just kind of like learned how to deal with the racism in that area that stemmed from 500 plus years ago between black Hebrew people from the tribe of Yehuda and the Native Indians from the tribe of God. Both Hebrew Israelite tribes. So we just kind of had to play a thing. You coming into the thing and you trying to jump in the jump rope, but you not knowing how to jump into the double dutch for real. You ain't never even played double dutch before. You like, what's double dutch? You wasn't even over here in the beginning stages to play double dutch. You wasn't knowing what was going on, and you're not even trying to know. You're just trying to fight back because you feel attacked. You know what I'm saying? And dare I do something like that in your land? So it's disrespectful. So that's how you would check up on that. That's how you would check up on it. You would go to my parents, and my parents would tell you definitely that we are this or that. And why would my parents lie? Why would they lie? You're some new person out of nowhere. We're not gonna lie about it. The reason you think we might lie about it is because we're not active in the culture. We're not going to powwows and stuff like that. We gotta play different roles here. Like in China, some of y'all in Hong Kong, Shenzhen, and all of that. Some of y'all still playing behind a Great Wall. We playing because the enemy is in our land. So we playing this, that, and the third, doing everything to keep them off of us. We just the ones that went into the Hong Kong area, and we a little bit discontinued from the original way. But those who still connected to the culture, they back hidden somewhere. Same different, same story. So you coming at me, oh, he looked like a black man. Now you know what black people look like today. 500 plus years later, today, we look like a mixed breed of native Indians and black people. That's what we look like. So when you look at me, oh, he's just what? Oh, so that's what they look like. That appearance, my whole facial feature is a feature of a mixed breed of native and Hebrew Israelite Yehudim, Jews, real Jews, bloodline Jews, King David descendants. Okay? So we're the King David's descendants, we are the King Solomon descendants, and we are native Indian descendants of the tribe of God. And this is what the feature look like. Okay? To put it to you straight. This is what it looked like. A mixed breed of native and black. And I got a little Japanese in me too. Alright? So that's what it looked like. Y'all disrespectful, yo, because you don't understand what the look is. We deceived y'all that hard trying to kill our enemy. So many people got here and you got complacent with the enemy, and now you thinking like they thinking. Not knowing who's who, what's what. Oh, he's just a black guy. You don't know what the heck you talking about. Why am I brown then? If I'm just a black guy. Why I'm not black? I'm brown. You see what I'm saying? You disrespectful. Originally, brown people don't have low eyes like this. My eyes are naturally like this. Okay? We had a big nose that can get, that can let you know. But the skin color, the complexion of the skin, it should be darker. As dark as an African man. But we don't look like Africans. Our facial features look a little bit different than Africans, but we are darker than Africans. Or dark as Africans. But we are not Africans. You just don't know. But because you don't know don't mean try to get somebody to try to try me. That's stupid. You just cursed yourself and raise the level up of the curse. Why would you do that? That's stupid. That's stupid. So because I'm sitting here like this is my land and I'm sitting somewhere and you uncomfortable, you really don't have the right to tell me to move or go anywhere. You don't. But you mad because you want to tell me that and call the cops. Why would you try to, what? Like, why would you get mad and you not even a native? Why would you get mad and you're not even a native? So you want to try to find a native to try to prove that I'm not one so that you can still have power over him too? And he's a native? Like, he only come around like, yo, what? He only did one thing. Came over here just to see if I really was one or not. And if I really was one, we riding. Because then we going to come back and start killing y'all. Anybody that got disrespect. Because you in our land. Same difference of your land. Sorry, keep it. Anyway, that was funny, yo. You shouldn't have did that. Because I learned that I was a native from my grandma. Okay, she told me we're Cherokee natives, and my great grandma, she's 100% in the story, and the Germans and this and that and this and that, and how they came over here and they wanted to buy part. That's how it was. Slaves were sold like food. We were sold like food in auctions and stuff like cars at the auction. That's how we was auctioned off, like auctions. You know what I'm saying? So people from everywhere would come over here trying to buy a slave, like Germans, this, that. Everybody came trying to buy a slave, and they mixed breed with us. Just the same thing they doing to y'all. Mixed breeding with y'all. Your enemy mixed breeding with you. And so that's how it be. And then years later, you're not even going to remember yourself. You're going to be a little bit different than your grandma. Your grandma's 100% whatever. But because your enemy mixed bread with you, the children and the great-grandchildren, they're going to look at you like, that's grandma? That's what grandma look like? I ain't even know. So they're not gonna feel connected. All over some food. Yo. You need to start taking stuff. Everything should be free anyway. Take it. They got an EBT system. The only reason people be not having more digital money on the EBT system is because they allot you a certain amount. And they know how much they give you versus how much the prices are. So if you can make an EBT system called food stamps, that you don't pay for, you don't work for, or nothing, you just get it. So everything should be free on a regulated system like that. That's a good, wise system. But evil people running it as to say that they regulate you. So by the time you reach the end of the month, you don't have no more food stamps, and now you got to survive. You know what I'm saying? And it don't carry over in a balanced way. You know what I'm saying? It don't carry over right. So it's a pious system with evil people running it. The EBT thing. So if you take it and run your own digital system based on everlasting life, which is the Most High Father, then the land will protect you. You can grow food and all this stuff, and you can run an EBT type system, and your people can eat, and the land will continue to recycle that. Because as the people eat, they'll pee, they'll poop, and give back to the land, and the land will take that compost that you're giving back and grow more food. They'll grow more. You know what I'm saying? They'll grow more. If you let the water flow, the whole land will have water to drink from, and they can grow food, and you have more food to eat, more compost to give back to the land, and it's a perfect recycling system if you do it that way. But when you stop up the system, it does not work right. When you stop the system up like that, you know what I'm saying? It don't work right. When you stop the system up, you stop the water flow, you do this, a lot distilled waters and all. It does not work when you stop everything up and you try to regulate it for yourself so that you can step on top of people with a regulated system and not give people this, that, or the third, or else unless they listen to you. So unless I do what you say, which is the wrong thing, you won't give me something. And so they got everybody with that system. All these different types of people that want to conquer each other went with the system, wanting to step on top of their own people. That's the only reason why you would go into that, is to step on top of your own people. And it started off as brown. Everybody was brown. Then you start wanting to get whitewashed, and then you sided with the demon blood, went into the currency war, whatever thing, and now you step on top of your own people. So we got the same issue in all different kinds of countries. It's just the worst here in America. In the Philippines, Japan, here, there. Y'all that are more whiter skinned are on top of your people that are brown skinned, and you look down upon them. Why is it like that all over the world? Why? Because you know you have the demon race. But the disrespect is so strong, you kind of like want to separate yourself from it. You know what I'm saying? But why would you separate yourself from it if you're going to still do what these people doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's stupid. So y'all just crazy, yo. Y'all mind's not right. Some of y'all get out from that. Like Sato got out from that, and different kinds of people, they get out from that thought process. They escape that demon blood, which is no melanin. You having no melanin is a demon blood. But you can escape that. You can cleanse yourself and repent and come out from that blood of wanting to conquer people. And you can learn to cooperate with the people that originally belong here. Brown-faced people, dark brown-faced people, tan-faced people. They belong here on Earth because Earth is a brown place where the sun shines and beams on you, and this, that, and the third. So it's just crazy, yo. Don't do that again, yo. Don't do that again. You know what I'm saying? Because what would be the point of him coming, even trying to like whatever you thinking? He don't know this, that, the third. I could be following the plan that I'm supposed to be following, that we've been following 500 plus years, and he just coming to see who trying to alter the plan, or you trying to see who want to try to step in. And you just did the wrong thing. You just made it bad for yourself, yo. Why would you do that? Stupid. That's stupid. But for me, it was a good thing. Like, wow, they actually called you? Okay. You know what I'm saying? And if he was to come and sit down, instantly I could tell him, oh yeah, my grandmother. My grandma said. You know what I'm saying? Grandma said that great-grandma said, and so great-grandma said this, and this, and this, and that, and this, and so that's how I know. Because great-grandma said, great-grandma said. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. Why were you looking for a piece of paper or some crap? What are you looking for? Ancestry.com? Not gonna get through that. We don't trust that stuff. We don't want you to know. You know what I'm saying? Get used to the people. Get used to talking to the right people, and you will know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll call him Mr. Tokyo. Mr. Tokyo. Tokyo meets Brooklyn, New York. That YouTube page. Tokyo meets Brooklyn, New York. He got along with the brown people and realized a lot. Like, these are the people who the land belonged to. So it's better for me to be around the people who the land belonged to, who got something to do with what's going on here, that got to do with the enemy, than to be with a white person. Y'all here comfortable as ever in LA. The Latinos don't have rights on this side of the border, okay? They don't have rights on this side of the border. You know what I'm saying? But because of some of Some of South America is the border's been pushed back. So those that are from the lower parts, like New Mexico and stuff like that, the border was shifted. So they are from that part. So they just kind of moved up anyway. But they are in our territory. Their territory is South America's. Okay? And there's a border there. The border's still the same border. And then you got Canada. That's another border that's for the Native Indians. So all of that land was taken and called and renamed all kinds of different stuff. It's all our land, yo. What are you talking about? It's all ours. It was given to us. Okay? If you want to know the history, I'll give it to you real quick. All right. Once upon a time, right? Gotta give it to you. Once upon a time, in the 1611 King James Version, it records, which is 1611 is the ancient, 16, that's a long time ago. Slavery happened, 1500s? In the early 1500s, slavery happened. But the 1611 KJV, which is a scribble, whatever the case, of the Torah, it tells us what happened in the Roman regime era, which is still the Roman regime era today, but it's like painted up so much. But it talks about the early stages of the Roman regime with Alexander the Greek in the book of Maccabees or Maccabees. If you Google it, it might say Maccabees or it might say Maccabees. Both books are the same book. But you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Don't knock any of them. Some people say it's only 2 books. Some people say it's only 4, but you will find 4 if you're really looking and searching. So you got 4 chapters or 4 books of Maccabees. Okay? And so in the first book of Maccabees, it tells you, this is a recording of an early Hebrew Israelite that talked about Israel getting ran into and stuff like that by the Romans and how they came in and this and that and the third. And also Esdras, the book of Esdras, talk about it too. But in that book, it talks about the history of how the Native Indians got here. When it was ran over by the Romans or whatever, which are they're the gay race or whatever. The gay race of men are the Romans. So the Romans being a gay race of men, we didn't want to deal with that. So we left and came over here with a bunch of tribes of people that was from what you call the Middle East today. So we came down the Nile through between the Red Sea. We came all down through that and we hugged the coast. So we, on ships, it took a whole year and some change. It took a whole year, I think year and a half it said. But it took a year and some change for us to get over from the, as you call it, East, Africa area, all the way over to here, America. It took a year and some change. But what the Creator did, He wanted to bring us to a new land because we didn't want to deal with that gay stuff. Okay, so we just left. And so the Most High guided us and He stilled the waters. He stilled the ocean. So He let the ocean not move. No storms, no this, no nothing. So we all went, a bunch of people from a bunch of different tribes, and we came over and called ourselves natives, okay? Indigenous and stuff like that. So many different types of tribes, Indian people, all different types of people we left from our nations and became one people, okay? It was called Americas at first, but we made a border and called it South Americas, North Americas, okay? Because some of the tribes was from a different race, and then you had, it was like that. So we mixed up and made ourselves what we were, okay? And so we came up the coast, right? So you take South Africa, right? So you hug the coast of the south of Africa, or Ham, or whatever, Kush, whatever. And you go along the coast, go along the bottom, along the coast, and then you start to get towards, you hug the Isles or whatever. And then you get towards the coast, and you start to go upwards from South Americas all the way up to North Americas into Canada, and they hug the coast, dropping people off. All right, y'all take this portion, and then they went up a little further. Y'all take this portion, go up a little further. Y'all take this portion, and by the time you got to North America, as you call it today, the natives we dropped off, the tribe of God, which the tribes, the straggling leftover tribes of God, which is the 12 tribes of Israel. Not many were left over. Something had happened, and so they kind of almost got erased in a way. And so those that were left over came over here and made themselves their own people or whatever. And others, they stayed, but the last 3 tribes that remained in Israel was Yehuda, Benjamin, which you call Jamaicans today. They're not Jamaicans, they're Benjamin. So Yehuda, Benjamin, and Loya or Lewi, whatever your accent is. So the priesthood stayed, the kingship, the royalty stayed, the kingship stayed, and Benjamin, They soldiered up for us. They stayed. All three of us together stayed there, and we called ourselves together Yahudim. Even though we were out separate, whatever, we called ourselves together Yahudim. And so that's what they understood as Jews, and so they took that and made it Jews. They changed the name. But we were the last ones there. So by the time the Savior come on the scene, it's only those three tribes there. The Yahudim, the Lewim, or the Levite priests, and the Benjamin. And so these are the only ones that were left over. And so blah, 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 the story came, the Savior died, blah, blah, blah. And so we were chased out our land. We went into the Atlas Mountains. Okay, you can find us in the book called Lost Tribes and Promised Lands, Hebrewisms in West Africa from Nile to Niger, Maccabees, which is in the Apocrypha, which is in the 1611 KJV version. So these are in those writings or whatever that talks about it. And these are unbiased books. These are books that were, Lost Tribes and Promised Lands was from a man that was Jewish. So he was not brown. He was Jewish. He was biased at first when he went on this search or this historical search. He was biased. And he ended up through his research found out that they are not the people and the real people, what happened and stuff like that. Also, The 13th Tribe by Arthur Koestler. He wrote a book and he died for writing it. He got killed for writing that book. The Jewish people killed him, saying that if these Caucasian looking people that are Khazarians are of the actual nation of Israel, it would be a 13th tribe. But everybody knows there's only 12 tribes of Israel. So he wrote that book, The 13th Tribe by Arthur Koestler. Then you got a book called it's a book from Russia called Russian Icons by Father Vladimir Ivanov. Okay, so these are books from different people in different countries that did research and study on us, that know about us and what happened to us. Okay, and so that's what happened. So first it was a triangular slave trade. We got caught up in the triangular slave trade that happened when we ran into the Atlas Mountains or whatever the case, running from Roman persecution. As the Savior said, when you see Jerusalem compassed about with soldiers, run into the mountains. That's in Matthew chapter 24 or Matthew chapter 24. So we ran into the mountains, got caught by our brother, the Ishmaelites. Okay, Ishmael caught us. They made a newfound religion called Islam and start trapping us up if we didn't want to convert. So they trapped us up, chopped our ankles off, chopped our women's breasts off, ripped the babies out their stomachs, did all kinds of stuff and hung us up there in the desert and stuff like that if we were trying to run away from the Roman persecution. So they helped the Romans kill us. But they was like converting to Islam to save your life. So if you didn't become a Christian or a Catholic, you became a Muslim to save your life. So it's still the same way today. So because of that, it became a thing called Muslim or Muslim. So either you are a Muslim, meaning you're with Musa, you're from Israel, or you're with Ishmael as a Muslim or whatever. So that's how that came about. Those who did escape, they would go into Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? They would go into places like Nigeria, Nairobi, Kenya, and stuff like that. And whenever they would be in like the public markets and stuff like that, they would speak Arabic or Aramaic, so that they would not let the Arabic speaking people or the people that spoke Arabic, they would not let them know that they were Hebrews. Why? Because they were brothers. They look alike. So they spoke Arabic in the public, and private they spoke Hebrew, so that they can hide themselves. And that's how we hid ourselves from the Ishmaelites and Islam, pretending to be Muslims to save our lives. After that, we started running further towards the left, towards the coast of the Atlantic, okay, of you call Africa today. We hid in places like Ghana, Cape Verde, and stuff like that. So Ghana is the main place people know, and it's called the point of no return or something like that. And so from there, a lot of us got dragged off into slave ships. We got betrayed by the Africans, dragged off into slave ships through the transatlantic slave trade over here to America. How did they know about this land? They read the Bible. The same book I'm telling you to read, they read and translated it in English so they can know what happened, where the other people at. They're over here in America. So they got that from reading the book of Maccabees. The book of Maccabees told them how we got over here and how you do it and how this, that, and the third. So they tried to do it, and a lot of stuff happened. And when they came over here, it was America Vespucci. Tried to rename the place. Okay? And then they went over and wrote more documents on it, you know, by the Queen or whatever, Elizabeth, whatever, which one, I think first, second, whatever it was at that time with the UK, England. The Queen had ordered, what the heck his name is again? I'm about to say Nicolas Cage. Not Nicolas Cage, but Christopher Columbus. So Christopher Columbus got ordered by the Queen to take these writings that was founded by Amerigo Vespucci, as far as the scriptural writings, things like that, and go over. They took the Hebrew writings in their own and came over here to scout it out. So everybody, by that time, a lot of people that had children and all this and all that. So the natives were over here. We all split up and stuff. We wanted to follow different things. Some wanted to be naked. Some wanted to be like, you know what I'm saying, doing demonic stuff. You got bones in your lip and all kind of, you looking stupid. Your ears hanging, you doing stupid stuff, demonic stuff. Some didn't wear clothes over here. Some wore clothes over here. We had different tribes and stuff that carried themselves differently. All right. And so what happened was Christopher Columbus came over here. They called it Mount Plymouth or whatever the case. And then they pretended to be friendly with us. So they came to our country, which is here, pretended to be friendly, and gave us like blankets and stuff for the wintertime and stuff like that. They gave us different kinds of stuff, smallpox. The blankets were infested with smallpox or whatever. So we were dying from smallpox and getting bumps and disease and stuff like that. And so we died from the smallpox. We taught them how to eat, what to eat, berries and stuff like what was poisonous, poison ivy, poison oak, don't touch this, don't touch that. This can kill you, that can kill you, this won't, blah, blah. We taught them how to live here because this was uninhabited at first. Nobody knew about this place. So they wanted to kind of like come over here. And so once we taught them how to survive over here, they got used to being over here and they kept going back and forth on ships, which takes years and months. And so they ended up bringing weapons one time, and they ended up having a thing called Thanksgiving, okay? Thanksgiving. And it's supposed to have been a thing of thanks of, you know, sharing the land with one another because we wanted to be friendly, you know, and share the land with one another and add on, you know, let everybody be native over here because we had a nativity and came over here. If y'all want to come over here too, let's share it. Let's share it. Share it together. And that's why we are how we are today. We are natives here, so we not gonna go all out and try to kill y'all. But the land was given to us. It was given to us by the Creator, and that's how we made it here. Christopher Columbus struggled to get over here. Storms and all kinds of stuff. But we came over here on still waters, and it wasn't even ships like that. We could have easily got knocked down by waves and stuff like that. But we was called to come over this way. And the scriptures tell you that. The Most High Creator sent us here. Okay, so he gave this land to us. I'm gonna give you a different land that's far away, and that's this land that he gave us that's far away, and they just took it from us. You know what I'm saying? Just like you was given China, you was given Japan, you was given that land by the Creator. Just through the generations and the times, it's just been a long time. Y'all don't know the Creator anymore. But ancient times, it was thus. It was, X, Y, and Z, and different war, blah, blah, blah. There's too much information to throw in it. But the Creator gave everybody their portion. And it stayed that way through history. All right? Some people got extinct through war and stuff like that. Some tribes, like the Tanzanian tribes of people, they got extincted or whatever. Because war, people want to conquer. But if it wasn't that, then that's how it would have been. All right, so neither here nor there. That's a scruffy version to give you or whatever. I gave you book references or whatever that you can go to. Okay, Lost Tribes and Promised Lands, Hebrewisms in West Africa from Nile to Niger, Russian Icons by Father Vladimir Ivanov, the scriptures itself, the Brit Hadashah, which is the New Testament, y'all call it wrongfully. It's the Repair Covenant, when the book of Matthew would tell you certain clues and stuff. In the 1611 KJV, which has the Apocrypha, so the book called the Apocrypha has it in there, in a book called Maccabees. It has bits and pieces here and there all over to tell you how we got here. So that's how we got here. And we just called ourselves natives, indigenous. But normally it was known as Native Indian because this was our portion. But it was a lot of different tribes together collected to make themselves indigenous people or native people. That's how it happened. So not just one tribe. So the scriptures will tell you that in Maccabees. Different types of people collected together and came together and made themselves one people called a native people. All right, and that's how it happened. So you had different colors, different this, different all kind of stuff. So that was that. And yeah. And some of us went to China during the third Han Dynasty. We ran into China. So it gotta be Hebrew people over there too. But that's just that. That's just to tell you the story how we got over here. So for you to feel some kind of way about how we got here, the Creator brought us over here. Or else we wouldn't have made it, because we didn't have strong enough ships to endure the ocean like that. The Most High guided us how to get here or whatever. And we got here, he gave the land to us. And so he didn't spit us out, he didn't kill us. We learned carefully how to live off the land, what was poisonous and all that. And that's how it happened. And it's just a matter of taking care of the land, and the land will take care of you. It just became a battleground now. A bunch of people that don't belong here fighting each other. We looking like, yo, what y'all doing here? Like, how about just leave now? Like, it's getting, tiresome. So that. So by the time the brown people got here, how we got here, the slave trade, I told you. So we ended up getting dragged from Ghana, Cape Verde, and bam, we here. So we were trying not to get here. A movie or a show you can watch is called Roots, okay? It's an old school slave movie called Roots by the Reading Rainbow guy. I forget his name. But it's called Roots. And if you watch that movie Roots, you got Amistad, Roots, and they'll tell you how we got over here. So in Roots, his name was Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte is an African name, okay? But he's a Hebrew. And so he was in Africa hiding or whatever the case, trying not to show that he was a Hebrew Israelite. But he got dragged up or betrayed by African people when they found him, and they gave him to the white man, and they dragged him over here on a slave ship. And they show you what the slave ships, all that, man. Wasn't no space, no room in them slave ships. And they dragged us over here. It took months to get over here. We peed on each other. We pooped on each other. We died on each other, threw up on each other. Women they pregnant, having birth, having children on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? The baby coming out. You know what I'm saying? What the heck? They not caring about us. Some of us got chained together and thrown into the ocean. They just threw us in the ocean, chained to each other. So you can't swim nowhere. You just got to drown together. Type of stuff. So they were very disrespectful to us. By the time the ships get to the destination, it stink like crazy. People like trying to eat with their little luxury and stuff like that on the ship. You know how it be. You got a big ship, but you got one area for the luxurious people that's rich. They eat all the fancy food and the best sleeping quarters and stuff. Then you got where the slaves at. Bummed out, poured out, or whatever. It's still the same story, man. So that's how it happened. They smelling stuff. Yo, what's that smell? Because they riding on slave ships to get over here to America, but they carrying slaves too. So they like, yo, what's going on? So they go and see what's going on. These rich people, they get up, pay somebody so they can see what's going on. Like, yo, it stink like crazy. Clean this mess up. Why you not washing them up? Why you not this? Why you not that? So by the time we get over here, we stink and all that. Those who survive, survive. And so they auction us off. Instantly, they auction us off butt naked. Women looking at dick sizes and all kind of stuff. Men looking at breast sizes, but mainly they looking at the children. Okay, they painted our little boys gold paint and stuff like that. Painted the little girls with gold paint and stuff like that. But they in the private rooms and private quarters, butt naked with no clothes on at all. And so these little boys are conditioned to, whenever these white men come into the room, to do some gay stuff to try to get themselves sold. And the Hebrew girls too. If they go into the room where the Hebrew girls at, the slave girls at, they start doing stuff. And they had cameras and everything. So they start doing stuff. They start bending over in the camera, showing their butt, showing their size and stuff like that. And so petite, this, that, all that. Little girls, under 12 and 13. You know what I'm saying? And then they sold us into slavery, or they bought the girls, or they bought the little boy because they was gay. So that's what happened to our people. We didn't ask to come here. So because of that, we teamed up with the natives and we mixed bread so that we can fight back. That's what happened. We fought back. And so other people start coming over, and we was like, yeah, cool, let people come over. You know what I'm saying? So that we can fight back. Y'all got comfortable and start getting rich like them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it happened. But 500 plus years we've been here. Not wanting to be. 500 plus years, yo. A bunch of random people taking our land over. And it's built up now. All the stuff you see, black people did it, as you call them. Black people built all of this. The railroads and all that. So be careful when you're being disrespectful. None of y'all built this. We built it, and y'all just enjoying it while we sitting on the ground homeless and poor. So be careful what you're saying. Be careful about your feelings and emotions. So that's all I'm saying. And so because of that, we had to formulate plans and stuff like that. How we gonna hide ourselves? How will we hide ourselves? All right, how about this? Some of y'all who are white, more bright face, y'all learn the culture. Y'all stick to the culture. Those of y'all who are more brown face, don't even deal with the culture. Hide yourself. Don't speak the language or nothing. And so we hid ourselves, teaching ourselves not to speak the native language of the native Indians and stuff, so we can hide. The brighter skin, they learn it. And then by the time when the time comes for us to come out and attack, we'll come back together. So what I'm saying to y'all, yo, is like, be careful, yo. Don't try to go get a native Indian that know the culture to come and holler at me, because he's gonna look at me and be like, these people stupid. We know each other. Like Japanese and Chinese people know they not Japanese. Y'all know the difference. We know the difference. Don't be stupid. When you try to stealth too much, you tell on yourself, because you don't belong here. And what's your intentions of being here? It's somebody else's land and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, yo. I go to Japan and do that. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna get cursed like crazy. The spirit's gonna be on me. All that's gonna happen. It's gonna be crazy. So that's that, yo. Y'all just way too disrespectful not knowing it. Y'all just don't know what y'all doing, that's all. And so with that said, yo, the end result of the matter is there really is no such thing as a Japantown, really. If I want to be disrespectful, there's no such thing as this is my territory. This is this is private property. There's no such thing as you telling me that. No such thing as you feeling comfortable telling a brown-faced man, you on my territory, you in my spot, you in my location. There's no such thing as that. All of this is our land. So you in our land all together on our ground, where you building your stores and stuff at. Driving your trucks around, shipping your shipments in. You in our territory. So don't even, all of it is America, all of it is our territory. Taken over by a bunch of people wanting to conquer each other. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of white-faced looking different kinds of nationalities. White-faced Filipinos, white-faced Japanese, white-faced Chinese, white-faced this, white-faced that. All y'all white-faced with no melanin. All y'all teamed up because y'all know y'all from the same blood. Coming over here trying to conquer us, not caring about the people who belong here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all crazy. So only thing that's gonna happen is all y'all that know that y'all white-faced and this, that, and the third, y'all land's gonna get taken and destroyed. Cause y'all feeling how the white people feeling. But you got your own country and your own nation. By you feeling like that, it's over for you. Stop feeling like you should disrespect me. Don't feel like that. Cause you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know nothing about nothing. What's going on, yo? It's crazy. So that's how that happened, yo. Ask my mother. Ask my grandmother. If you want to really be sure. Don't ask some random guy that's around the corner that's a native. He already gonna tell I'm a native, but they gonna be like, yo, why he ain't ask your mother? Like, why they ain't go contact your family and all that to see if you was a native or not? Why they ain't do all that? Why they gonna come to me and this, that, and the third? Why? Because y'all conditioned to a certain type of way. You looking at anything white. That's what you looking for, anything white. Oh, he got curly hair, so he gotta be Jamaican or something. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. Like, that's what y'all thinking. Y'all don't associate with anything except it's like straight hair and white skin. That's what y'all think. The world is a straight hair white place. So you find a native Indian which still got straight hair, you associate with him because he got straight hair. You look at a man with curly hair, you thinking I belong in Jamaica or Africa or something. Y'all stupid, yo. Y'all telling yourselves all the time. Y'all stuck on yourself. It's like you don't have it's like y'all feel like y'all the only ones that exist, even though we right here next to you existing. You feel like you're the only ones that should exist. And it's disrespectful to the maximum degree. So like I said, all you gotta do is ask my parents, yo. You wanna know what I am? Ask them. Don't ask some random sman right there around the corner. He already gonna know and be mad as ever when he find out. Why you call me? You know what I'm saying? And all we gonna do is curse you to death now. You're not caring. So yeah, you're in our land, yo. That's all I was saying. You're in our land. Either you gonna help us get our land back or get the hell out of here. What you here for? To get rich? Why are you trying to get rich over here when you got your own country over there? People starving, poor, hungry, over in your... Don't do that. What you over here for? That's what we trying to see. So you getting too comfortable, yo. Getting too comfortable in somebody else's land, and it's not yours. Okay? It's like me going over there trying to own a business, yo. Own a business in your land. And trying to like set up shop and have a bunch of people come over there in your land and set up shop over there against what you saying and don't care nothing about nothing. That's crazy, yo. You can't do that. So I said what I had to say, yo. Be careful, yo. Now you know. Now you know how we did it. Okay? Now you know how we did it. We mixed bread because we only could trust each other. Y'all brand new people coming over here. We don't trust y'all. Once we kind of did at first, but now it's like, yo, y'all rich as ever, driving the nicest cars and all that. What y'all doing over here? We trusted y'all to come in, like, you coming over here because somebody bombed your people. So you definitely got a problem. Y'all start getting rich. What? How that happen? How you go from getting bombed to getting rich? Did you set your own people up or something? Oh, you saw some brown Japanese people that was brown faced and you said just bomb over there, but don't bomb over here. And then you took the whole thing over or something? And the rest of it where the brown people at is underwater. And now y'all got just y'all with the white faces. How it happened? Because how you over here comfortable? How you enjoying this and you not fighting back? What really happened? Did you betray yourself? Come on. Tell us. Where y'all hearts at? Where your history at? You know what I'm saying? Where your top secret stuff at? So, don't do that, yo. Don't do that again, yo. Because you're still stealthing. You're not talking. And you doing stealthy stuff to get me to talk. And like, you're only going to get a curse when I do it this way. We not going to get no friendly. It's not going to get no friendlier. It's not going to get no friendlier. You're not going to end up becoming my friend or none of that. You're going to end up becoming my enemy. And I'm going to end up cursing you and I'm going to end up winning. Because you're not in right territory. When you can do it the right way and become my friend. And then you can still have rights to be here. If I don't give you the right to be here, any native Indian, don't say, okay, you cool. You have a right to be in my land. You're gonna start getting demon attacks and all kind of stuff. You're gonna die in your sleep. Yes, you are. Because you're in wrong territory. The spirits of the land and the trees and all that is gonna come and kill you. Because you're in wrong territory trying to judge me in my own land. That's what's gonna happen. So stop doing stuff the wrong way. Actually get to know the people that the land belong to. Getting to know me is getting to know one of the people that the land belong to. The more you stealth me and go around me means you here with a wrong intent, with a wrong purpose. And so now we looking at you with the eyes like, what you here for then? And we're going to curse you just like the white people. We're going to curse you all together. They've been riding on y'all for a long time. We held back for a long time because a lot of y'all came over here from different countries trying to see if y'all get y'all revenge. Y'all bombed, y'all did Pearl Harbor. So we were like, oh yeah, let's sit back and see how this play. Pearl Harbor? Yeah, we got a chance. Let Japan come over here. So we left the curse off of y'all because y'all bombed this place. We were like, okay, they trying to fight back. So we with y'all. We the ones that's cursing people. That's why they say God. We are the tribe of God. G-A-W-D. That's why they say that. Because if they don't give us our honor and they don't say, oh God, this, God, that, the spirits of the land is going to kill them. We just held back and be humble. We stay back and be humble. That's all we do. Stay back and be humble. But now it's like, no. Because like y'all doing too much. You letting the Latinos come over here trying to take our land. They know who it belonged to. A lot of the older ones, they know it belonged to us. So they feeling like, shoot, ain't no natives around, so I'm gonna come right over here and take it. But they don't know because they from below the border. They don't know. They went with it. They went with the crap. So probably the white-faced Latinos betrayed the brown-faced Latinos and took their stuff over, want to take this over too. It's something about y'all white-faced people. You know what I'm saying? As we call light skin. Y'all, they cleave into that Jesus crap so hard. So of course y'all with the white people. So you come over here and try to take that from us, knowing that the original natives are brown. So they just playing around with y'all. They know that. They know the history. That the natives are originally brown-faced with straight hair. And we just mix bread. So any black person you see in the north of America, if you're from northeast coast America, we know already. Y'all just don't. Like, yo, where you from? Oh, I'm from I was born and raised in Baltimore. Instantly a native Indian, no. Oh, he's a mixed breed. And the ancient ones said, oh, he's of the group of people that we told to go out there and don't teach the culture to yourselves. Because the culture that we was teaching, it didn't save us. just to stay tight to the blood and the purpose. So we're gonna sing some of y'all this way, and you find the true way. This is why my grandmother, as soon as my her children was born, she threw the Bible in their hand. We're trying to find what is the true way, what power source can we use, which God is the one that we can fight back with. That's what we've been doing the whole time. The natives been doing the same thing y'all doing, Japanese people now. Trying to find who's the true God and the power source we can fight back with. We found them been fighting. But they've been killing us. Because they already took the land or whatever with the system. So they've been killing our strong people. Your Malcolm X's, your Martin Luther King Jr.'s. These are mixed bred people. They are mixed bred. Slavery than 500 plus years ago. So when you see Martin Luther King and them, it's all way past time. And we already mixed bred. This is why we're brown. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I'm gonna let a German man come over and have sex with my native Indian woman, I might as well mix breed with the black people who ain't asked to come here. And that's what happened. So come on, yo, we know each other. We know what we doing. We know what we doing. We don't need y'all help to tell me who I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. That's all you saying. A bunch of people scared, running around, extra paranoid in somebody else's land trying to get rich. The only way they did it, because they were basically, the only way they were able to do it is because they were merciless. White people are merciless. So they built a lot of weapons, a lot of guns, only think about conquering 24/7. That's it. So they got the best weapons ever because they don't belong nowhere. Demon race people. And that's how it is. So that's why you feel some kind of way if you white face, feeling something about a brown face because you're demon blooded. But you can shake it. It's just crazy, yo. It's crazy. So don't ever again do that, yo. And trying to trigger me to make a video because you don't want to sit down and talk to me like a man or like you actually care. You doing that shows that you don't care. Why would the native man have to come around here and see something about you that you think? Because if I'm actually a native, that just shows that you just don't like him either. Why you ain't come over here and talk to the poor man? Give him a couple dollars and get a conversation out of him. Why you ain't do that? Instead, you called me to come around here to analyze somebody. So he played you. So now we can let the curse go forward. It's time now. Y'all stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid, yo. But y'all did something stupid. So, whatever. Whoever fall on, it fall on. You know what I'm saying? On the East Coast, they already got permission, yo. Because they in the East Coast with the brown people. Ain't nothing but brown people and Asians on the East Coast. Especially in the North. In the South too, but especially in the North. It's a bunch of just all we got is our South type people. So we cross the line all the time. We take stuff from the white man and just make it our own. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the Most High Father. So we can fight back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We do certain things to play, but come on, yo. Y'all, what is y'all doing, yo? What is y'all doing? So, I'm going to end this in a minute because it's about an hour. So, that's crazy, yo. Don't do that again, yo. Any native Indian will tell you don't do that. You looking at native Indians like they all white face. We play the game like that because we know white people, how they think. 500 plus years. We know how they think. They only respect white faces. So, let's keep the white face native Indians that are mixed bred. Let's keep them closer to the culture. The brown face natives that's mixed with bread with the black people or the Hebrews, let's keep them closer, far away. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna use them. They're the strong ones, so we're on the front because we're more pure-blooded. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm brown means I'm more pure-blooded. So if you see curly hair or locked up hair and I'm mixed with native, that's what they want. That was the intention. But if you see a bright face one that's more like white looking, they keep them close to the culture. Okay, they keep them very close to the culture, to the powwows and all that type stuff. You know what I'm saying? In case they get like a white man and be disrespectful. That's how they do that. And so they find white face native Indians that are white face, they send them into the military and stuff like that to play this game. The enmity in the blood is so strong though. But that's how we played it, yo. Come on, yo. But it's time, yo, because y'all doing too much. So with that said, I'm gonna let it go, yo. Whatever.